welcome back to the channel. In this episode of the walkthrough for Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age, we have just been accepted for an audience, with the Marquis of Bujerba, and this is what's going to be happening here. So there's some story here. I'll let you read everything. It turns out that the Marquis may not be who he says he is. So he's kind of like was put there as Marquis by Arcadia, by the Empire. But low-key, he don't like them. And he supplies resources to the Resistance. And this part here is when Lord Vane gets told about that. So yeah, man, this story was just like it started off slow, but now it's picking up, and it just brings a smile to my face. So now Lord Vane knows that he's trifling. He's trying to lead the Resistance against him. And now the judge here, Judge Cabranth, is going to kill him, as they do back in olden times, you know? No trial, just like if it was suspicion of treason, they just killed you. It was just like, what is that? That is so weird. This is Dr. Sid, who's been a mainstay in most Final Fantasy VII, or most Final Fantasy games. He's very popular. His role kind of changes with each game, but he's always like involved in some point. And as usual, for the 47th time so far in this game, the crew gets put in jail. So now we're going to have to bust out of this jail, which is hilarious. Let's see how the crew bust out of this jail, since the jail is literally an airship. The Leviathan, which is also popular in Final Fantasy lore. Usually it was like a summon, a creature you can summon to kill things, water-based. But in this game, they turned it into a airship. So now we had to traverse this weird ass structure to get out. And it should be very interesting. So now what I would recommend here on the airships and stuff, because this one we're only going to visit once. So since we have to, we're going to chart the whole place. And by charting, what I mean by charting the place is we're going to visit every single inch of this airship, because I cannot confirm nor deny that we may not be able to come back to the Leviathan. So we're just going to take advantage now and just do it. We're amply strong enough here. So that's not even a matter of anything. So we can easily handle anything that's on this airship. So we're just going to go around and yeah. We're just going to go around making all the dark spaces into light spaces, which means you have officially encountered or put that on the map. So So as usual, we're gonna make our way out to the big X on the map. As you can see on the lower right hand corner of the map, that's our goal. That's where we want to go. But I'm gonna show you guys that there's some nice treasure that you can get here. I know there's a technic in here somewhere, which once we get there, I'll show you where it is. And then in these big rooms, there's I believe a ring mail or some armor, some heavy armor, which you can farm actually if you want to. And there's also like a bunch of items that you can farm as well, like handkerchiefs and uh, new ska style. I can't remember the one that takes off confuse of your people. You see those chests right there? Yeah, that's gonna be containing all that. So it's either gonna have gil or the item. Seeing Reflectica Moat, Echo Herbs, Reflectica Moat. Okay, now all of these chests do respawn as soon as you leave the area. Okay, there should be one more over here, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, it didn't show up, but there is one right there. So we can I can't even speak. Literally leave right now into where we came from, and all those chests will respawn. Okay, so we left. Now we come back in, and the loot boxes should be there again. And if they're not, just do it again. Yeah. So see, only 2 out of the 3. There's usually 4 there. But you know, 2 is not that bad. See that there's the box, and that is a handkerchief. Useful. I believe it that takes off oil. See, ring mail. All right, so whoever has, I believe, are the knights. So this will be very beneficial for Vaughn, even though what he has on right now is more powerful. So totally up to you where you are at this point of the game. If ring mail is going to be beneficial for you, just go ahead and just get however many you need. For us in this game, ring mails are kind of like the tier before the tier that we have now, so we're not gonna pursue that anymore. I should give credits for producing this video or editing this video to my dog, Because I don't know if you can hear him, but he's a short-nosed little fella, so he is super loud when he's sleeping. So then I tend to do these videos when he's sleeping, because when he's awake, all he wants to do is play. And him being cute as he is, I have to play with the dog, right? Anywho, I digress. So we have, okay, we should be coming up on, I want to say the technique is Wither or Shear, one of the two. I can't remember. But we'll run into it eventually. And if you don't get it here, that's fine. There's another place you can get it. But this one, since we're here, we might as well get it, right? So just go around killing all these people that are trying to kill you. Okay, so this room we had to go from the other side. So here they kind of like, this is for the most part open world RPG, but when it comes to the storyline, they kind of do force you to go certain places at certain times. So that's definitely one of them. As you can see, it's just going to lead to the top part, and we will get to that top part at a later time. So right now, they just want you to go where the X is, nothing more. And I think the X part is where they're holding Amalia, leader of the resistance. So we're going to go visit her. Yeah, at this point, there's going to be red lasers everywhere, so I wouldn't pay too much mind as to where, if you get attacked by 74 things. Like I said, you can handle it if you're level 25, 26. More echo herbs. Did I just go into the same place that I was at? Yeah, I did. Wow. There's that. Sometimes you have to, like, I want to visit that part in the middle. See, this is how we get there. Okay, so you can't visit the very top of the place, but, here is where we're going to find that technique in this section. So we're just going to go around and finding it. I want to say it's to the very north. And I don't think we can get in that room either, even this way. But we wants to try. Again, this is just one of those exercises in putting everything on the map. There's this stupid achievement on the Xbox that I am 95% done with, and that is visiting every single spot in this game. So again, I know from previous experience that we're not gonna, let's just be honest, we're not gonna come back to this. So we have to take advantage now to go ahead and do that. These soldiers are useless. Let's go ahead and dispatch of them rather quickly. I'm going to do a solo fang. It just casts fire on everyone because they are kind of there. But later on in the game, though, one of my favorite things to do in this game is to put a gambit with if there's more than one enemy, to cast this spell called Scathe. And it's one of the more powerful spells in this game. And it will kill them immediately. So that's, yeah, how masochistic I am, I guess. See, we're just looking and see. Yeah. So eventually they'll let us in. Just not at the moment. Oh, well, really? That's all it took? Okay, so now it's unlocked. Okay, here if you're trying to get a streak, um everything pretty much qualifies except the dogs. The doges do not qualify for the streak. It will break your streak. So you want to stay away from that if you're trying to get a large streak with that, with those Imperials. Seven Gil, I'm a multimillionaire now. Infuse. There we go. That's the technique that we just got. So now you know where it is. And another Zool Blade, which I believe we already have one. But very powerful weapon for at this point of the game, if you don't go the Carcata route. So although you might not get good items here, um, the good streaks are fine. Uh, but they do give you a lot of license points, so that's a good thing. So you'll see the dog. See, you see how it killed the chain. I was up to 26, but it killed the dog, and now it's gone, which is fine. I mean, you can spend your time around here just going around killing everything, but depending on where you were at in the game. If you didn't do Dustia and get the Carcata, you probably will need the experience. For this game, we don't need the experience, so we're just gonna go out and kill everything. So this is kind of like a mini boss fight, which is funny because it's like, see how quickly they go out. Here, if you're not strong enough to kill everything in this battle, you can go ahead and just kill the leaders, and it'll end the game, or it will end the bout. See, like we just killed the two leaders, and then it just ended it. So yeah, if you're quick enough, you can completely exit the celebration because, as you can see, it takes forever. And me being impatient, I have no time for this, but I forgot to do it. So we're going to have to deal with it. There we go. It's finally over. So now we got the key that we're looking for, right? And we're going to go ahead. And now we're going to have to go towards the X, but we have to leave this room and go around because they don't make anything easy for us. So now we found the prison cells. So there's a bunch of stuff here that you can do. You can save there. There's also a merchant that sells stuff that you can take advantage of. Because I know I can use a few things. So Tetran Lulutsi, I think it's the other dude's name, or other girl's name, or other whatever's name. Ooh, we're gonna get into the crossbows coming up soon in these next videos. The crossbows are a much more powerful alternative to the gun or the bow and arrow. So I think going forward, I'm gonna give the crossbows to Baltier and let Fran keep her bow and arrows. But they're more powerful than the guns, so that's why I'm thinking of giving it to Baltier. But we'll go ahead and deal with that later. First, let's focus on getting out of here. I don't know if you can notice the sarcasm in my voice. Like, let's get out of here because there's a chance that we might not make it. Like, come on now. I'm a completionist, so I like to take at least one of, or at least have one of everything in the game. So every time I see something random and I can afford it, I will buy it just so I can say that I have it. Okay, make sure you sell your loot. Nope, you want to hang on to that Great Serpent skin because you're going to go and give that to someone. And then they're going to give you like a hunt or something. I forgot what the exact directions are. And now we found the cell with Amalia, or Ash, because her name is Ash, not Amalia. These people love to give fake names. They would be excellent catfishers in today's world. So Ash is actually Lady Ash, and she is the presumptive heir to Ravenastor. Because her husband was killed back in the day, and then Marquis Andor was like, yeah, Lady Ash killed herself, which is not true. So there's a lot of deceitfulness here in this game. Lord Bosch was killed. Or Lady Ash killed herself. You know, so it's like it's all gonna come to light at some point in the game. But, you know, it's gonna be fun. It's coming in the next episodes. What they're gonna do with that knowledge, right? So, but for now, we have to make it all the way to the left, which is where we started this whole level. Okay, so just fight your way over there. There's really nothing you can do. You've been made in the spy world. That's what they would be called. You've been made. So they know who you are. They know that you came to liberate Ash, which you already did, and they're sounding the alarm. So you can't get rid of the alarm. They're going to keep attacking you. Just fight your way through it. You'll be fine. Now, it doesn't really matter which way you take to get there. It's just the whole point is getting there. Man, I wish this level wasn't so damn dark. You can barely see anything. I wonder if I can make this lighter. Like when I edit it. Like I'm doing the voiceover for it now. And I wonder if I can make the video lighter. I'll check that out once I'm done with the voiceover. And hopefully I can. Oh, look at that. I leveled up. Look at how long it took me to level up. So, I mean, again, if you didn't do the Dustia thing, you'll probably be leveling up a lot more the more you fight on here. So, I definitely took the long route, but yeah, it will be okay. Just keep fighting through it, fighting through it. At some point, your guest Vossler will leave to handle the escape pod, which is coming up right now, I believe. Come on. Maybe it's on the other side of the level. I don't know. It's going to happen eventually. Yeah, here we go. We will run into Pinello and Larsa. And so now Vossler is going to leave with Larsa. And they're going to go get an airship for you guys to escape on. So that's pretty cool. Little dude is the little brother of the leader of Arcadia, but he's always helping the resistance. So, you know, I kind of feel like Lord Larsa. In my family, I'm the smallest one. I'm the youngest one, I mean. So, but I'm always the rebel too. So I don't really care about anything. I care about what's right. And Lord Larsa seems to be on that path, which is good. Another person that used a fake name, Lamont. It's Lord Larsa. Alright, so enough of that. And Pinello joins the party, and we have some manufactured nethicites. Okay, so about those things. I don't think I'm gonna probably show it to you, but what that does is it increases your magic resist a lot. But it also takes your MP to 0. So again, it's completely up to you how you use that. I'm not really a magic person per se, but you know, I can see the benefits of it. And just at this point of the game, I don't think it's a valuable thing for me to use. And that goes for any like key item, like Goddess's Magicite also does the same thing. the Dawn Shard, all those things do it. So now we're here, ready to leave. And we're running into, wait for it, a boss fight. Now, which judge this one is, I can't remember. I want to say it's Judge Geese. Because the other judge is much more important to the storyline than, like, Judge Gabranth is very much part of the bigger picture in this game. But Judge Geese is kind of like a lower minion of sorts. So now we get to fight him. If you have Carcadas, this is going to go very quickly. Look at that. 2 hits and it's already half dead. And there you go. And yep, this is Judge Geese. So I was correct on that. See, I do kind of, sort of, almost know what I'm talking about sometimes. So now you guys get to see some fireworks. So we are back in, where the hell are we again? We're in Bujerba. So now you have to go back to the Marquis's joint. And now we have a full party, because those are the 6 people that are going to be with us for the rest of the game. No more guests, or they're not going to be guests anymore. They're officially part of the members, or part of the party. As we go, we will have occasionally a guest as well. My advice with guests, take advantage of them. Go do some stuff in trial mode if you need to. Go on or some of the more harder hunts, and just leverage their whatever skill set they have. Oh man, when do we get Cura? All right, I always check the magic shops because I really want Cura, because that's going to be much more beneficial than Cure, because Cura cures everyone, and that's going to be much better. So we're just going to go ahead. I don't know what the hell that means, but whatever. We're going to go ahead and just do this. So we're going to go back into the Marquis's place. And that is your airship. It's called the Straw. The Straw? So now you're going to make your way to the next part of the game to continue the storyline. We're going to end up in the Dalmasca Wester Sand? Yeah, Wester Sand. But enjoy here some going-ons of the Empire, as you'll see a family reunion of sorts. So Lord Vane is going to go talk to his father. That's another judge. I can't remember if we fight her. You know, for all those watching my video looking for equality, there were women judges too. And they're just as ruthless as the men. So yeah, I would not want to face that girl or that judge, because she will beat you up in a moment. So Lord Vane's talking to his father. Who appears to be dying. I'm sorry, that's not Lord Vane, that's actually Judge Gabranth. But that is the father. The leader of House Salador. And we're just going to keep moving. And then after that little cutscene, we're going to end up in the Dalmasca Western Sand, because we have to make our way west for our next adventures. But we will tackle those adventures on the next video, which I want to say is the Nam Yensa Sansi and the Ogre Sensa Yansi. Or Yansa, I'm sorry, Sansi. So those are going to be the next videos. Those are going to be a little longer because those levels are actually... they're not long per se, but there's a lot of area to cover. And there's a lot of treasures that we want. Like, you're going to get a golden amulet, which doubles your license points. Embroidered tippet, which doubles your experience. So we're going to go ahead and leave this video here. And then we'll absolutely pick up in the Western Sand, going into the Sandseas. So we'll see you on the next video, and take care of yourself.